So welcome to UK News that we have news that inside the ghost plane after it was forced to shed more than 100 passengers before being allowed to fly. First shared by Mr. Johnson showed the eerily empty plane on its back to Manchester. This is the picture of the airplanes. We also show the eery inside of the plane after more than 100 passengers were forced to disembark before it could take off. My Johnson and his family had enjoyed a dream holiday on Turkey, but his journey back to UK turned into the rather unusual experience. The 53-year-old took his 100-strong family to Dalaman for a 2-week holiday. On Sunday, they boarded the Thomas-Cook plane only to be told that the majority of the passengers would not be going home that day. In fact, just over a dozen people were left on the plane, reported the cruise line. The shared by Michelle showed the eerily empty plane on its back to Manchester. The 50-year-old was returning from a 2-week holiday in Turkey. He said, "We bought the aircraft and sat for 55 minutes in boiling temperature without knowing why. I asked one of the cabin crew and was told the plane had been not working. They thought they could fix it and took 55 minutes for the captain to tell us what was going on. He said the plane could fly, but it had to unload 115 passengers, so they wanted to volunteer. They would be put up for night and given €400. We were one of the first to press this light, and so did everything else, practically all the lights came on." When the Mr. Johnson and his family were shocked, the plane still flew. Passengers were then selected from the front and back to return in Turkey. Mentioned his family were toward the middle. The plane were told they were to remain on the flight, but the luggage was also removed from the hold, leaving just a handful of passengers on the deserted airplane. We were told the plane was safe to fly, but we still did not know what to do. Major said, "My car keys and house car were in the suitcase. I had to make a decision there and then. We did not have the finances to support ourselves." Passengers were then selected from the front and back to remain in Turkey. We were kept in the dark about everything. If anything had gone wrong, we had lost our generation of our family. Mention was forced to break a window in his home to get and try to go back to the side. His luggage was been returned, but he has been emerged in process. He said, we go to Turkey every year, but exploit the full experience. It was dramatic and embarrassing for Thomas Cook. We should not be treated like that. You are not a person. We are on site. Thomas Cook airline spokesman said, due to the early technical fault and aircraft was required to reduce its weight on board. We had a large number of customers who were happy to stay overnight in Turkey to flight. Brett explained. The shall continue to emerge after a short delay. Thank you very much for the listen to the news. I hope you enjoyed this news. Please subscribe to the channel to get more news. Thank